There's a curfew in Bangkok tonight, and not to make light of a serious situation, but I understand a curfew to mean not only that everyone has to be home by 8 o'clock, which, check, I am home, but also that everybody has to go to bed at a reasonable hour, which it's just past midnight, so let's not keep the neighbors up. It's page 144 of the Rise Up Singing Songbook. This has nothing to do with Bangkok or the UDD. This is the new Rise Up Singing song for today. It's The Coming of the Road by Billy Ed Wheeler, and I just did Cold Tattoo by Billy Ed Wheeler, and today I watched on YouTube part 1 and part 2 of 2, an interview with Billy Ed Wheeler, who's from West Virginia. Anyway, he's so affable, and go check him out. Really great guy, great songwriter. You can. Rise Up Singing writes this in G, gives the chords in G, and it's a little low for me to sing. It's probably a little low for you to sing. They recommend that you capo up. So what you'll want to do is capo up to the 2nd fret, or since you're using a capo, any fret you feel like. What I'm going to do is play it in A. So to play it along with me, if you don't want to play it in A, if you want to play the chords that are written in the Rise Up Singing Songbook, which I'll write down here, just capo up to the 2nd fret, and then play like it's written in G. I'm going to be transposing by sight here, so if I pause for a moment, it's to figure out what's 1 above A. It's B. Now that our mountain is growing with people hungry for wealth, how come it's you that's a-growing, and I'm left alone by myself? We used to hunt the green caverns deep in our forest of green. Then came the road and the tavern, and you found a new love, it seems. Once I had you in the wildwood, now it's just dusty roads, and I can't help but blaming your going on the coming of the roads. A quick correction. It's we used to hunt the cool caverns, not the green caverns. They were probably cool and gray. Look how they've cut all to pieces our ancient poplar and coal, and the hillsides are stained with the greases that burned up the hillsides with smoke. You used to curse the bold crewmen who stripped our land of its ore. Now you've changed and you've gone over to them, learned to love what you hated before. Once I thanked God for my treasure, now like rust it corrodes, and I can't help but blaming your going on the coming of the road. And I can't help but blaming your going on the coming of the road. A quick alternate chord pattern. Rise Up Singing also says you can do I can't help but, let's see, I can't help but blaming your going on the coming of the road. And I'll write that down. The second one I did was, A, E, D, and B. That was the second one. And the one I was doing when I was really playing the song was A, E, G, and F sharp minor, which is G, D, F, and E, if you have not put a capo on. Anyway. It is really sad, I think. This song is sad for a number of very obvious reasons. What is really sad to me in it is talking about you used to curse the bold crewmen who stripped our land of its ore. You know, you're not like you were. You used to curse them. You used to hate them. Now you've changed and gone over to them, and you've learned to love what you hated before. And it's so painful and frustrating, and I've felt this before, to have to fault someone. Well, you never have to do this, but to want to fault someone for not hating something, you know? You always feel like you're in the wrong, and possibly you always are. But, you know, to say, it's easy, it's so much easier to say, you used to love this, what happened? And you can feel like you're in the right there, but it's so hard to say, you used to hate this, what happened? Even when it's something that maybe should be hated, it still feels difficult to say, to have to phrase it like that. How come you don't hate what we both used to hate, you know? And the person says, hey man, come on, don't hate. And you're like, oh, but some things are negative. That's it. So, curfew in Bangkok. Shh, if you're in Bangkok, go to sleep. Good night.